Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Warm and Toasty Club Online Memory Afternoon, episode 89. My name's John O'Casson. Hope you're well. Are you well? Are you feeling good? Are you feeling fantastic? Yes, of course you are. It's Friday and we're back. It's good to be back. It's nice to be with you on a Friday. Always cheers my week. By Saturday and Sunday, you will find me after being with you singing in the shower, singing around the house, perhaps doing a little dance, soft shoe shuffle in my slippers, that sort of thing, because you cheer me up. Being with you is lovely, as well as Tom and Jeanette, of course, who'll be with us in a moment or two. We've got the usual fare with a twist, as always. We've got the retro raffle. One question, one prize, virtual. We've got the memory of the week. We've got a lovely guest. Marianne is coming on the harp. I won't say her surname because I'm not sure if she's changed it now. She plays the harp rather beautifully. Marianne will be with us in a little while. We've got the return selector of Soap Icon of the Week. Two massive hitters. Yes, darling. Massive hitters, John. Oh, yes, John. Oh. Sorry about my brain. We've got Jeanette's poem of the week, of course, and more music on the beautiful harp playing of Marianne before we finish. Now, I have two co-hosts. You may have heard of them, people. Jeanette Lyons and Tom Hardy. I'm going to bring them to the fore because they're beautiful people. Let's see the beautiful people. There they are.
Hello.
How are you?
Hey. I'm all right. I've just realised I forgot to put lipstick on. That's unlike me.
No, so did I.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh dear.
I didn't do my I didn't thin out my eye bushes. What do they call them bits there?
Eyebrows.
No, the eye bushes for men, aren't they?
Eye bushes.
I didn't do me bushes before we came on air. No, don't.
I'll definitely do my lipstick after.
You look great. You look great. Also, just Tom, you know, I don't mind Tom without his lipstick.
Wow, I think he'd look a bit odd with it. What shade do you prefer, pink or red?
Definitely red. I think
Red.
very red. Yeah.
Red for you, not for anyone else.
I don't know. It might be red for somebody else. I don't know.
And you don't have it too dark a red, Tom, because it makes you look a bit harder, doesn't it?
Yeah, with the mascara and eyeliner.
Yeah.
Well,
do you ever sort of like do pink or red there on them bits, whatever they're called?
Yeah. Quite like the really dark
eye covers on your eye covers.
Yeah. Bit Amy Winehouse with the really dark.
Oh, you do a flick?
Yeah.
I wondered what they meant by the flick of Tom. I wondered what that
Where
was.
she got it from?
He's on flick.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Send us pictures and we'll put them up. Clothes on though, Tom. None of them.
Not sure I can do both.
It's an afternoon show. Don't get yourself on the wrong foot, Tom. There's no good dragging us down there, Tom.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
A bit worse to wear.
Yeah.
Had a bit to drink.
That's all it takes.
Oh,
isn't it?
you've been out drinking again, Tom.
I was.
One little thing.
One little thing. I think it
go
was.
off on a tangent.
It's probably Tom was on the mead. He was on the mead, do you, Tom?
No, I had a stout actually.
You had a stout. Ooh. What does that taste like? Is it like Guinness but stouty?
So well, yeah, dark beer.
Dark beer. I might have tried it and gone, oh no. I can't remember. I don't know if I've ever drunk a stout. I've had a pale ale. I used to like them for a while. Yeah, they were nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Bit more hardcore stout, I think.
Yeah.
Bit
Do you have to sort of like put on your accent a bit when you drink stout and make it more rural?
And I probably had to go and have a cigarette at some point as well. Yeah.
Oh. No, I wasn't sure.
But, I mean, you know.
I wondered whether stout drinkers are more pipe smokers.
Could be, I suppose.
But then the younger one, he wouldn't be on a pipe, would he?
I don't
Big
know.
sideboards like Emmerdale Farm.
Yeah.
That geezer who's in it last week. What's his name? He used to be in Emmerdale Farm. Oh, God.
Amos.
Is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know anything. Let's say hello to people. Keith, KGB, yo peeps. Yeah, he's down with the kids. Hi, Keith. Great to see you. Thomas, good afternoon to you. Ben, hi to you, sir. And Kim, hi, Kim. How are you? Hope you're all well. Hope you're doing great. Shall we, just for a change, do the retro raffle? What do you think, you two lovely loves?
Yeah, let's do it.
Not.
I want to see the
Let's
prizes.
not
I'm
do it.
really
Let's not do
excited.
it.
That's it.
Let's talk about stout instead.
Stop. Don't do it.
Don't do it, Jenna. Here's the retro raffle. Press it again, Jono. Press it really hard, Jono. It's the retro raffle. It's coming to your screen. It's the retro raffle. Never has been seen. It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen. Oh yeah, it's coming to your screen. Retro raffle, Facebook Live. Yeah. Okay, the retro raffle is back, and nowadays, as you probably know, hi Christine, nice to see you. As you know, probably nowadays we don't do loads of questions anymore because the retro raffle was doing the whole show. It was the whole retro raffle show. We do one question, and we do virtual prizes. Before I give you the question, let me see the prizes that you've got. So we're going to be doing soap icon of the week shortly, but I thought maybe we can also go back in time because, you know, soap icons always had great hair, usually. So we can give you a range of haircuts that we can arrange that me, Tom and Jeanette can finesse for you. You'd have to sit in a chair, probably put a mask on for now. And we'd all be like Edward Scissorhands and we'd create something wonderful for you. So this is what you'd get if you was a lady. You've got the choice of this one. You got two choices. Ladies get two choices. Men got two choices. I don't know. What would we call this one, Jeanette? What would we call it? I don't know.
I'd call that a very spiky mullet.
That's it. A very spiky mullet is example one. Or what would we call this one, Tom?
Ooh, a Mohican. Sort of funny Mohican, I suppose.
Funny Mohican is choice two if you're a lady. And, you know, we're all about modernization. So if you're a man and you prefer any of these, that's fine, and vice versa. For the men, we're going with this one, which is basically a wig, but we could make your hair look like a wig. We have the skills. We'll bring our skills with the knife. Johnny Scissors hands, Tommy Scissors hands, and Janetti Scissors hands, and we will make your hair look like a wig. Or you could have a different kind of hair that will finesse into a wig like this. If you answer the question right, the three of us will be round with our scissors hands, and we will finesse one of those for you. So it's so many choices. I know we're a bit too good to you, but there we go. I'll leave that one on the screen. That's what do you call it? A generous mullet.
Spiky mullet,
Oh,
but
spiky
generous.
mullet.
Yeah, it's very generous, isn't
It's
it?
a spiky, generous mullet.
Is it too much hair at the front to be mullet? I mean,
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's a bit Rod Stewart on steroids.
Yeah, it might have come up under punk rock. I'm wondering, or did it come under? I mean, it's a bit. It's Bonnie Tyler. It's
Yeah, I'd say it's
Glam
a bit
rock.
Toya, bit Toya-ish.
It's Toya.
Isn't it?
It's a mystery. Oh, it's a mystery.
Bonnie Stewart, maybe.
Bonnie Stewart.
It's the Bonnie Stewart.
Sounds like a good Scottish jig song, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Written by Robert Burns. Yes. Anyway, Jeanette's saying hello and happy birthday. I think she's saying it to Keith. Keith,
Oh, I thought she was saying it to me. Oh, God.
It's not your. You're saying thanks. Is it your birthday?
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Facebook would tell me if it was.
I'm not sure it would, actually.
Tom's like a birthday party crasher. He goes anywhere. Yeah, it's my birthday. Oh, buy him a drink. Get him a scout.
That's what I did last night. Yeah. Just
Oh, did it work?
Yeah. Like, loads of people bought me a drink. Yeah.
Should we sing KGB Keith a happy birthday? Like we wish you a merry birthday. Oh no, that's the wrong one.
We can't sing it all together though, because we'll be out of sync and it'll sound even messier. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Happy birthday to you, Keith.
Happy birthday
Birthday to you, Keith.
Happy
Happy
birthday
to you, Keith. Happy birthday
birthday
to you. Yeah, speech, bumps, wall of death. He says, thanks, darling. I think he was replying to Tom.
That's to Tom.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Keith.
So back to the retro raffle. So to get that prize of me, Tom and Jeanette coming round and finessing your hair with our skills, with
Call them skills.
yeah, they are skills. Some people call it a travesty. One review said, I just thought that was a great review actually, because
Hair raising review.
hair raising review. The question you need to answer is, can you name 3 children's characters who have appeared in soap operas? So not the actors or the actresses. Can you name 3 characters who were children who appeared in soap operas? Over to you, public.
I've got
Yeah.
one that I can think of. That's
I've,
it.
I've got one and a dog that doesn't count.
Dogs don't count, no.
No, they
Children.
don't count. It wasn't.
And it
one.
was a teenager as well. So does that count as children? I mean, they're all children or someone.
Yeah, up to 16. Let's say that. That's the legal limit.
Yeah, I think she was younger than that when she was the only one I can think of. Probably grown up now.
Even one? I can't even think of one.
Really?
Yeah, I'm getting one, maybe 2 from the same show. Actually.
I'm trying to think of soap.
Oh, it's a really tough question. That can you name 3?
That is a toughie. But nobody's
is.
answering.
Nobody's answering. Come on, you all love soaps, don't you? As much as we do. I reckon they're worried about our finessing with,
Yeah.
with our fingers.
Do you know what? This is. I actually do cut hair. I have proper hairdressing scissors and a comb with a pointy bit and everything. And I do cut people's hair. And I was a godsend during lockdown.
Well, there you go, people. Jeanette was a godsend. She had a great review. She's got a comb of a pointy bit. That
And
definitely-
proper scissors with the curly bit to kind of rest your finger on. And
she's
it's
definitely-
so sharp. They've got a little rubber bit that I have to keep on there to protect everybody when I'm running with scissors.
she's an expert. She says she's got a comb with a pointy bit, scissors
Yeah.
with the curly bit, and the rubber
I can
bit.
totally do that.
She knows all the terms. She's an expert.
I have cut KGB's hair before.
Did it turn out like that?
It was just like that. Yeah.
Just like that one.
No, it was more like the blonde one.
That was more like the blonde one. We'd bring her back. It was more like that one. She made his hair look like a wig with her finesse. Nobody's answering it. Nobody's answering the question. No, not literally anybody.
Choice.
I've got one. I've got one. Can I go with that? Will I get a new haircut?
You gave him a mullet.
No.
He says you give him a mullet.
That's not nice, is it?
Mullet.
Is that the name of one of the children?
Could
Oh,
be.
What
mullet.
soap is that from?
Mullet. It was in Home and Away.
Yeah.
I was. I don't know that I know any of the Australian ones.
You know we belong together. I remember the theme tunes. Don't remember
don't
any
know
of the
that either.
characters. Home and away with you each day, something like that. Then there was Neighbours. Everybody needs good neighbours.
Oh, yeah. No, that tune.
Then there's Crossroads. Crossroads was big. That one.
Oh, no,
Are there any
that's,
children in
that's-
Crossroads?
Down,
Sa-
down,
Sandy.
down. No. What's that?
Down. That's Crossroads.
Oh, good. I thought it was Antiques Roadshow or Country File for a minute.
I thought it was a spaghetti western.
Yeah, down.
Gone off a bit of a tangent there.
I think
Hello.
you should get maybe Park and Ride could play some
I'm
tunes
just
like that.
thinking. Nelson, come on.
They could do. Yeah. Crossroads. didn't they?
Hello, Carol. She's finally managed to get on. Carol's internet is
Carol?
managed by Steam. Have you heard of them? They come out of a kettle. They give her internet the power.
She
And,
has a traction engine outside her house, doesn't she?
yeah.
Outside the flat.
out the window.
Yeah, there's a big traction engine.
Go on, rally it up a bit. Go on, push it a bit
You have
more.
to put coal in, do you, to create more steam to get the internet to work?
Yeah, there's an old boy. Yeah.
He comes outside her flat, doesn't he? And the thing is, because it's Steam, we're like the bloke in the on film. Yeah, I remember when that's how it's Carol. Oh, one of them things. That's how she gets her internet. Lasts for 2 minutes. It's fabulous. So modern.
I think everybody else has dropped off as well, haven't they? Look.
Well, while they're waiting for them to answer the question, do you remember when you first got internet and you used to get that dial-up noise?
Yeah.
It's like some weird experiment thing going on. Don't get that anymore, do you? Except if
you have
Carol.
internet very early on.
Yeah.
Used to. Did you in the 90s or did you?
Oh yeah, it was acceptable in the 90s. Yeah, I think I had it with that dial-up.
Mm.
We had work phones where I worked. We had work phones that were like massive walkie-talkies, like really big bricks, really big. I so miss them. Mullet, says Kim. She's going with Mullet. Was that another character? Was that another character?
Is that what? Well, they're saying that. Is that because you said, "What would you call that?" And I was saying,
they're saying, what would you call that? Yeah,
they'd call it a mullet as well.
they call it a mullet. Nobody's getting the question right. I really did a bad question.
Yeah, just on a tangent, like we do.
Yeah.
Somebody said something the other day that I quite like the expression. You know, when some people have their toilet rolls hanging on the wall and you have the flap of toilet paper over the top, or sometimes people have it where the toilet paper comes from underneath, and then people have a preference usually.
Yes.
And I know some people that if people have got it wrong, and they'll actually turn it round the other way.
For them, yeah.
But I heard an expression that described which way round you prefer your toilet roll hanging. Is it either a beard or a mullet?
Oh.
And I like that. A mullet would come from the back, wouldn't it?
So it'd be
And
under.
a beard would come over the top.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm a beard man.
I'm a beard lady.
Woman.
I nearly said man.
I'm a beard man also.
I'm a beard man.
Yeah, doing your toilet roll under.
That's wrong, isn't it?
that's
You're always scrapping around trying to find the end of it, whereas you can just see it if it comes
Exactly.
over the top.
Exactly. And also it can fly off, can't it? If it's coming from under, like a ticker tape welcome. You don't want a ticker tape welcome when you've got to do your business. Woo, 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 flying out from underneath like a mullet. Nobody's answering that question.
I was just thinking because of mullet, that just reminded me of that expression. I quite liked it.
Is it like? Okay. I don't quite get the beard thing
No,
because it's more like a fringe, isn't it?
I know, but you know, that's... well, I kind of get
Mullet
that a
or
mullet's
fringe.
at the back and a beard is at the front.
Yeah, but
So I know, but
What about
sorry,
So should we call it then a fringe?
I
But then in
think
America, and I don't know if Steve's looked in yet.
Steve's
Anybody
got
in
one.
America,
Yeah.
they wouldn't call it a fringe anyway. They call it bangs.
who cares? Who cares what they
That's
think?
what they call a fringe. Bangs. in America.
Did you ever have where the toilet roll used to have like a doily or a granny square thing?
We
wrapped-
weren't that posh.
No.
A knitted, crocheted
Crochet.
skirt with a dolly body.
Is that to hide the toilet roll, the spare one?
Yeah. I think posh people had that.
I thought as if you run out of toilet roll, it's just a quick wipe and it's sorted. I don't know.
Your grandparents must have been furious with you.
They never knew.
Your nose in here again.
Smell it, it's smelly in here. I can't seem to clear it. All right, that didn't work with that question. Let's do memory of the week.
Carol wants to know what the question
Memory of the week.
Oh, Carol wants to know what the question is. You missed it, Carol. The question was not your fault, the internet. When you can you name three children's characters from soap operas? Three characters that were children who appeared in soap operas. All right. I got Martin Fowler and Ian Beale.
Oh, I got Bianca.
Oh, Bianca Jagger, not Bianca
All I
Jagger.
can think of.
Keith's going Zebedee, Florence, and Brian.
That's the magic roundabout. Were they children?
Their haircuts, I think.
I've just had
That's
some.
what you call that one.
Yeah.
I've had some exclusive news. Some exclusive news from Christine. She says, "I still have the dolly. I'm not posh."
Ooh. That's told us.
That's told us. Christine, I can't believe it.
We're off.
She's so upmarket, but she's not posh. Right, memory of the week. When you were younger, either you two or you lovely lot out there, did you identify with any particular movement? Like, did you follow the latest trend? I.e., did you consider yourself a mod, a rocker? Were you a hippie, a glam rocker, a punk rocker, or a disco lover? Were you any of those things? Were you part of a gang, or not a street gang as such, but a gang or a particular movement? Jeanette Lyons.
Well, I was kind of thinking when I was about 12, I liked the Bay City Rollers a lot, so I used to dress a bit like them. But that wasn't really a movement as such. But I think when I was a little bit older, just post-punk time, there was New Romantics, and I was a little bit New Romantic. But now I'm a hippie, I think, a boho hippie. Can I be that?
So you was a bit Bay City Rollers to start with, then you went.
When I was very young,
romantic.
and then when I had a choice in what I could wear, every day, I was a bit New Romantic.
To cut a long story short, I lost my mind.
Yeah, I used to wear rah-rah skirts and stuff, and back home my crimped hair and stuff. Yeah.
Nice. Crimped hair. How about you, Tom?
Does the Scouts count?
Yeah, let's hear about your Scouts issue.
Yeah, I was in the Scouts, Sea Scouts.
Was it good?
I did like it, actually. I did leave, but I had a very good time.
Did you learn knots and
You always
badges?
Yeah, no, it's good. But I'm not sure I was anything. Bit sort of hippie, bit punky, bit sort of. I'm not sure what you'd call them now. I'm not sure it's a real sort of movement. There's probably about 3 of us in town. I think that was.
That's nearly a movement, isn't it?
Yeah.
For Colchester. I was
4 of us. Yeah.
I was a bit of a mod. Not the first wave, but the later wave. I had loafers, stay pressed trousers, Harrington jackets, and I also went to Boys Brigade, but I only went once because I just thought they spent ages in a hall raising the flag, and they just took ages, and it was a real ceremonial thing, and it took about 25 minutes to raise the flag, and I thought, this is rubbish. So I never went again. Yeah, I was a bit of a mod. Anybody else?
Jono, were you a mod when you were? I saw a video on Facebook of you performing on TV, and you looked amazing, and it was a lovely song that you were singing. That's what genre was that? Because that wasn't a mod, was it?
No, that was probably what people were calling sort of like trip hop, and early days of trip hop, and it was a bit dubby, as people were saying. No, that probably come a little bit after, but I still had the sensibilities, the style and fashion.
Well, it was very good, and you looked lovely. Oh, your skin was amazing.
Don't know about
Was that makeup for TV?
No, I don't think we had any makeup in them days. Couldn't afford it. In Germany. I don't know. I don't remember having makeup. Maybe we did. No, I don't think we did. We were just naturally gorgeous in those days. Yeah.
Still are.
Yeah, I know. But how many hours it's taken me to be this gorgeous? No, none at all. Yeah. So yeah, I was a bit of a mod, and I went to see thing like Paul Weller and the Jam. I used to go and see the Jam when I was young, when I was just a boy, giving it all away. Christine says she was a biker, leather gear only, a pillion. A pillion. Is that something to do with a motorbike, isn't it?
The back.
It's the
Back,
rider, yeah. It's the
Right, pillion.
passenger.
She loved bikes, still do. Loved brands, Hatch, trips with boyfriends. In the end, met Brian with a push bike.
Winner.
Had to be a bike of some kind, and she got a push bike. Hi, Brian. Hope you're still innocent. My brother lives near Brands Hatch. It's literally down the road from him. Wow, days of yore. Anybody else? Keith says he was a punk. I want to see pictures, pictorial evidence. Send them to Jeanette, please, and she'll bring them. Carol was a rocker, had the levers. I belonged to the 59 Bikers Club in Hackney, London. Fantastic. She's a rocker. No, it was a song. I was going to sing. Sorry.
Sheena is a punk rocker.
Carol is Hackney rocker. Carol is Hackney rocker. Yeah. We should really welcome our guest, shouldn't we, if she's available. She's sitting there patiently, and she is very, very patient. Marianne, are you there?
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Jono.
Hi, Marianne. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well, thank you. Happy to
Good.
be here.
Lovely to have you with us. Are you married now then? 'Cause
Yes, I am.
You've had a name change, I noticed by your thingamajigs on my
Yeah. So I've gone from Berkeley to Gayford.
Marianne Gayford is with us today, ladies and gentlemen, and she's gone from the Barclays. She's moved away from that now, and exciting times for you. Are we allowed to mention what's happening with you?
Of course, yeah, please do.
And you're a mum for the first time, is that right?
Yes, yeah, I've got a 5.5-month-old baby called Millie.
Oh, Millie, lovely name.
Yeah, she's very cute and keeping me up all night. So I look a bit tired, but
Yeah, you don't look
You
tired.
don't look tired at all. You look lovely.
Yeah,
oh,
you've done
Yeah,
something. Yeah, sorry, go on.
I'm really enjoying being a mum. I was going to say,
Oh, that's lovely. It's a lovely thing, isn't it? I mean, I'm not that I've been a mum. I've been a dad. Well, I am a dad. Yeah, not got a baby. I remember the babies keeping you up all night. Yeah, that was fun. Even that with your even though it's exhausting, it's just such a wonderful, enriching thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and even when I go to get her in the middle of the night and she beams up at me from her cot, it just all's forgiven.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations on Millie, and to you and your husband, Mrs. Gayford. Just checking the spelling. Yes. Really pleased you're back with us. It's been a while. We've had these things called lockdowns and stuff, so it's been a bit weird, but we're going back to normality. Apparently this is the first, is it yesterday or today's the first day of normal behavior going to happen out there?
I think so, yeah.
Have you seen any normal behavior near you lately?
Not particularly. I mean, I think people are still wearing masks and stuff, but I think there's just that sense of a bit more freedom, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Coming weeks and months, we'll find out more. So you're going to do us three pieces today, and you're going to start with the first one. Did you want to tell us about it?
Yes, I'm going to play 1,000 Years by Christina Perri. So we're doing some popular music today, and I think it was made famous by one of the films of the Twilight films. I think it's played as he walks down the aisle. So if you've ever seen the Twilight films, this is where it's from.
Yes.
1,000 Years by Christina Perri.
And I remember the song, and I heard it the other day when you told me that you was going to play it. And straight away I remembered it. Lovely song. We're lucky to have you with us. Keith on the chat says double congratulations to you, Marianne. We'll get out your way and let Marianne Gayford do a wonderful thing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was gorgeous. You've got such a power with the harp. It just, I don't know, it just chills me right out. It's just so nice.
It's very relaxing, isn't it?
It is relaxing. I did wonder sort of how Millie reacts to it when she hears it.
Well, when I was pregnant with her, she used to kick a lot in the room when I was playing, and then I tried her out the other day, just watching, and she sort of seemed quite mesmerised by it. I think the hand movements and stuff, but she does have the tendency to sing along with her, at the top of her lungs when I play. So I actually sent her out with my husband to do some shopping. She'd have got a lot of.
I'd quite like that. I think that'd be really sweet.
No, it's not always very tuneful.
You said before when you were on the show how I commented on I can't imagine it sounding terrible, anybody playing the harp or learning the harp. And you did say it's difficult to make a horrible sound. And I don't know, I kind of think it must be having a baby's voice in with it as well. It's still going to sound lovely because the harp is there.
Yeah, I think it sounds very cute, but the harp does make things sound quite magical.
Yeah, it's just wonderful. Your playing often reminds me. There's an associate professor of harp in an American university called Joan Holland, who played a version that I particularly like of Debussy's Clair de Lune that I always turn to in times of need. And when you're playing, it reminds me of her, and to me that's a lovely thing. I should mention you get a lovely few comments here. Christine says, "Lovely, Marianne. So nice to see you. Miss our singing group. Love to you. Must be hard now. You got a baby. We've just coming out of sort of lockdown times.
Yeah, so I'm still on maternity leave, but so I used to run a singing for lung health group in Colchester. I'm hoping to go back maybe in September. September time, now it's all opening up.
They'd love to see you, I'm sure. Carol says, that was so lovely, Marianne. And Kim says, beautiful, Marianne. Keith says, chilled tune. And Thomas says, lovely and relaxing. Yeah, you're going to make us really well behaved, and we're really calm. You know, like they used to do it with youths. They used to play classical music where they'd hang out and be boisterous and make noise. They'd play classical music and sometimes harp at railway stations or places where youths would hang around, and then afterwards they'd be all chilled out. No more trouble. So we're not going to give anyone any more trouble this afternoon, thanks to you, Marianne. That was lovely. We'll let you pop off for a minute and we'll be back with you shortly, if that's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you so much. We'll see you in a minute, Marianne. Oh, like I'm zenned out now.
Nice. I was just thinking with Thomas Green, my little brother Tommy, he's saying lovely and relaxing. He's had some very scary health issues this week, so you'd better relax.
Oh, well,
he's all right, but it was scary for a little while there. So stay relaxed and chill.
Wishing you well, mate. Wishing you well.
Yeah, me too.
Best wishes going forward. Let me just mute Marianne, or I'm going to be in a trance hearing her play in the background.
She's not playing. Oh.
Well, she was just tickling. I was going to say the ivories, but they're not the ivories. It's still stringed. No, she was touching it, and she was just touching it. I think she was moving it slightly, and I went, "Oh, could you move that again? Because that sounded really nice." And I should say, Tom and Jeanette, I'm a hogger of conversation. So if you do want to ask people that come on the show anytime, just interrupt. Stop! I want to ask you.
I already do. I try and stop myself because I've always wanted to ask them loads of questions and talk to them. And I really hold back and I think, shut up, Jeanette. It's not your show.
It is your show.
I'll ask questions.
It's our show. You should interrupt and you should say, if you want to ask questions, do.
Oh, you'll be sorry you said that.
I know. I'm thinking I might regret it already.
You're already feeling sorry.
Okay, let's move on because we're chatty today. Soap icon of the week. Last night, late night, someone in the other room sleeping. I did a quiet jingle for soap icon of the week.
It's late at night and I've got to write a jingle. No time to sleep, no time to mingle. Deliver me soap icon of the week. With 2 pints of ale, a wink and a titter, massive earrings and half a bitter. It's drama, it's life. Soap icon of the week. Ooh, I love your joke.
So soap icon of the week. This week we have two. I promised you 2 big hitters. First up, we have. Let me find a picture of her. Of course, Pat Butcher. Wow. Pat Butcher, also known as Beale, Harris, Wicks, and Evans, is a fictional character from the BBC soap opera EastEnders. She was played by Pam St Clement from 1986 until her departure in January 2012. Pat's earring collection was the envy of womankind, apparently. She ploughed through a veritable herd of husbands and lovers and was a first-class survivor. Since her pre-Wolford days as gangster's mole to underworld kingpin Johnny Allen, who knew? Pat worked her way through the men of East London. Who wrote this? It's very sexist. Husbands, lovers, even paying customers. I didn't write it, by the way. But Frank Butcher was the love of her life. Pat, run around now. Pat's arch rival over the years was Peggy Mitchell. They fought for Frank's attention, but their animosity softened, finally disappearing during a bout of drunk and disorderly behaviour as normal behind the wheel of an ice cream van as normal in a hospital car park. All very normal behaviour. Tell me, I won't go to you, Jeanette, because you're eating. She's sneaking food there. I hope it's tasty.
It's probably a bit of birthday cake.
I'm thinking because my phone's ringing, but I'm going to leave that.
Yeah. Tom, you're not really a soap opera kind of guy.
What do you mean?
based on last week's comment,
Oh yeah, there's that, I suppose.
do you recall Pat Butcher? Have you got a fondness of her?
Yeah, well, I know who she is, and I know about the earrings, and I know about Frank a bit, but that's about it, I think. Yeah.
Thank you, Tom. I rest my cases.
And I knew she was on Coronation Street. Yeah.
See what he did there. He's a canny lad, eh? Jeanette, while you're getting that bit out of your teeth, Pat Butcher.
Still there.
Pat Butcher, yeah. So I do know it was EastEnders, but I'm not really a fan of soaps as such. And I kind of remember my mum always watching all the soaps back to back every day of the week. It was this one or that one, and yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't really like that whole over glamorous thing with that a lot of people kind of cake on the makeup and wear kind of like what I would consider going out in the evening clothes in the daytime, and just the big earrings. I think I tried some big earrings once and they were really heavy and they're kind of pulling your lobes down and stretching the holes, and I just thought no, it's so no, there's nothing really about her or her character that appeals.
Okay, sorry, Pat St. Clement. You win some, you lose some. She was a big character. I liked her. I liked her sort of like. I just liked her. I don't know why. I liked that she was. She
was quite ballsy, I imagine.
Ballsy, yeah, that's probably the way. That's a good enough word for it, Tom. That's a nice word for it. She was a tough woman, and she didn't take any nonsense. She did have earrings, and she liked to have a fag, like they all do. All the big characters had a fag, didn't they? Don't know if they do that nowadays so much. So we find out about
those electric cigarette things now. Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
vaping or whatever.
Yes.
She's going against Pat Butcher is going to go against Bette Lynch, also known as Gilroy, is a fictional character from the BBC soap opera Coronation Street, portrayed by Julie Goodyear, and appearing from 1966 for over 25 years. She became a Coronation Street icon, and she's up for Soap Icon of the Week here today, folks. She was initially a barmaid at the Rovers Return and later became the landlady. Bette liked to dress in a way that she considers glamorous and has a fondness for leopard print clothes and a beehive hairstyle. This iconic appearance became the inspiration for Freddie Mercury's drag character in the music video for I Want to Break Free by his band Queen. The tilt of her head and lit cigarette in its holder was as arch as Bette's catchphrase, "What can I do for you, cock? What can I do for you, cock?" No, I can't do the accent. Delivered with maximum aplomb by Julie Goodyear. As barmaid, then landlady of the Rovers, it was a question she would ask sunnily or with menace, often both. Recently, actress Julie Goodyear, MBE, has donated a large amount of her jewellery, both personal and as worn by Bette Lynch, to be auctioned off. Julie had stepped in to help a Greater Manchester hospice after hearing they had been forced to cancel their 21st anniversary events due to COVID-19 restrictions. I'll go to you, Jeanette. Obviously, Bette Lynch had a big impact. I mean, Pat did too, but Bette Lynch sort of like on fashion and
yeah. Well, I remember her from forever, from when I was little, and my mum watching that soap, and she was funny with it. I never found Pat Butcher funny. She was too dramatic, and I didn't like all the seriousness and drama. But Bette Lynch was hysterical. She was really funny, and even just like you say, her catchphrase, she was just hilarious. She was the epitome of that whole thing, and to take over the as landlady of the Rovers Return pub after, what was the lady's name? The old lady that used to run it before,
Annie Walker. So you know, they were big shoes to fill, and I thought she did brilliantly, and she just brought so much comedy to it, and she'd give Pat Butcher a run for her money with the earrings, because she was there first with the earrings,
and the leopard skin, obviously, and that hair piece. I remember my mum used to have a hair piece. That was a thing in the 60s, but Bette Lynch carried it on.
Yeah,
I like it a lot, which is funny. And what she's doing for the charity thing that you said, I love that. It's really nice.
Yeah, I love that. I thought it was
Bit
worth
back.
adding in. Sometimes I look for little trivia facts, but that was a nice one. I don't know if it was Julie Goodyear or Bette Lynch that used to have a catchphrase was "Get it, got it, good," and I always thought that was good. So you used "Get it,
Oh, right. No,
got
I
it,
didn't know.
good." Anyway, there we go. Tom, Bette Lynch fan, big time, small time, round the agents' chambers.
I can remember when I first met Jeanette, she used to wear clothes like that. So I can see where it comes. You know, I can see that Jeanette likes her a lot.
Yeah,
Ooh. I like being able to. I mean, she called everybody cock.
Cock.
I quite like that.
Well, yeah, you call
Do
everybody
that.
cock, don't you? Sometimes it's not very
I
pleasant.
might from now on.
Yeah, I don't, you know, no. I mean, I know who she is, but that's about it. Probably know Pat Butcher maybe a bit more. I think.
Respect is due. Ladies and gentlemen, it's up to you. Soap icon of the week: Pat Butcher or Bette Lynch? Who do you vote for? Let's see. Thomas
Write your
says,
votes down.
Thomas says, thanks, guys. Doing as I'm told. Good man. Good man. Keith's going Pat Butcher. Christine's going Bette Lynch. Kim's going Bette Lynch. Get your votes in. Keep them coming. And whilst we'll take Bet off there, we'll see you in a minute, Bet. Or maybe we'll see Pat Butcher. Who knows? Let's welcome back Mary Ann. Just unmute her and bring her to the fore.
Hello.
There you are. Now, these are before your time, Mary Ann. Do you recollect these ladies? They have a faint memory in your...
I do remember the dangly earrings and the pink lipstick and the general like sort of bullshy manner of Pat, I think. But yeah.
Yeah, and I think
It is a bit hazy. It's sort of like
It's-
on in the background at my grand's house. She has the soaps on and stuff. But I do remember actually once at school being asked who killed Phil, and I didn't know who killed Phil in EastEnders, and I remember being very embarrassed that I didn't know. But...
Oh, they
Never
shamed you. They feel shamed you.
Yeah.
What was it when you were
So,
growing up? Not
Revelation. Who killed Phil? And is Phil dead? I didn't know Phil was dead. I thought he was still there.
Or who shot Phil? That was it. Who shot Phil?
oh, shot.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
who shot
Okay.
Phil. Sorry.
That was confusing me, Marianne. What?
Yeah, my dad. Was who shot JR? I think.
Yeah, me too.
We're really vintage years. I suppose I'm wondering, sort of in your day, do you remember who were the big TV icons? Not necessarily soap operas, but in your younger years, Marianne, do you remember who sort of like was the stars of TV then? No, it's not that long ago because you were well young.
Well, I mean, Anton Deck was still pretty up there.
Baker Grove.
By a Grove, yeah.
Baker Grove.
And when I was really young, we had this great program called The Queen's Nose. I
Okay.
loved that. That was for kids.
With the coin, wasn't it?
With the coin, yeah, the magic coin. And we had Hollyoaks. That's obviously still going.
Still going.
And I remember, I think someone mentioned Crossroads earlier. I remember the Crossroads coming on.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Before that shut down. But yeah, it was. We had the In-Betweeners when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
That's not really a soap, but yeah,
I remember that. Yeah,
and Skins. And I always remember like the In-Betweeners was more like the reality of my school, and Skins was how we wanted our teenage years to be. And it was those two. Like one was the reality and one was the dream.
I find that memories and sort of like what you remember from your youth, sometimes people say about music tastes. You had the music that was available to you at the time. Of course, you had the pre music that was created decades or indeed centuries ago. And sometimes the music wasn't always great, but sometimes a music or a show signifies a point in your life, and it might have been terrible, but sometimes it's just like, that was my youth, and you know, it really meant a lot to me.
it's very comforting to like hear songs from the past, like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I remember watching that with my gran before I went to school, and the soundtrack to that is really comforting to me.
Yeah, it's a story all about how. Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
well, you're going to do another piece for us. We're delighted you're with us. What you going to do now, Marianne?
I'm going to play Fields of Gold by Sting.
We'll get out your way and let you do your thing. Once again, the wonderful Marianne Gayford, ladies and gentlemen.
Beautiful, really beautiful.
Beautiful song by the young Gordon Sumner. I sounded like a cheesy radio host there, didn't I? Gordon Sumner. Marianne Gayford coming with Gordon Sumner's Fields of Gold. Do you have any? Have you had any recordings? Have you made any recordings that you've put out at all, Marianne?
I've done some SoundCloud things, and I think maybe back a few years ago, yeah, I made some CDs, but then I haven't sort of done anything since then. But yeah, I'd like to. I think once Millie's a bit older, I'd really like to make some more recordings.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. I'd buy it. And I think also it's sort of like your music, if you had it on a CD or an MP3, it's an aid to rest. It's an aid to chill. It's an aid to stop and just sort of pause for a moment. And we don't do enough of that. Our life's too rich in content, but I'd imagine it'd be the content that you need just to sort of feel a bit chilled out.
I wonder if
Yeah,
it would calm down drivers if they're listening to that in their cars.
Yeah.
No more road rage. Lovely.
Yeah, like a mindful CD or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get it prescribed by your local renegade GP who's into mindfulness. It's lovely. Let's see what people are saying. Carol saying, I love Bette Lynch. She said it as it was. Jean's also liking Bette Lynch. Thomas likes Pat Butcher. I used to love the really bad fights between her and Peggy. Vintage is Crossroads. Jean is saying that really is vintage. Carol saying to Mary Ann, lovely, so relaxing. And Kim adds, really enjoyed, such a beautiful song. Thank you for coming on. We like to provide a little bit of culture and entertainment with you, Mary Ann, and it's rather lovely. Really. Let's chat more in a minute. We're going to do the soap icon of the week winner, but we'll have you back in a moment or two. For now, ladies and gentlemen, Mary Ann Gayford. Okay, let's see. Jean says both those are ones that are great for signing to as well as singing. Brilliant. Nice one, Jean. Okay, let's find out from our lovely Jeanette what we have as the soap icon of the week winner between Bette Lynch and Pat Butcher.
Not too many people voted, but those that did made a big difference.
Yeah.
The winner is...
It was always going to be Bette Lynch. Looking at the votes today, soap icon of the week number 2 is Bette Lynch, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, Bette. There she is. There she is, saying thanks to everyone. Yeah, we've got some more coming up. There'll probably be more soap icons. We could run and run. We could even start doing. Do you remember there was one in the 70s from America called Soap?
Yes.
Yeah,
and they left it on a cliffhanger, didn't they?
Yeah. Find out next week's episode of Soap. I used to like that one. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, can you believe it? It's been a week since we last had Jeanette's poem of the week.
It's poem of the week. It's sometimes short and sweet. It's poem of the week. And it's always magnifique.
Well, last week I read a poem about New Year, and I think this one is quite relevant to now, especially like this week. A lot of people maybe have resolutions and give up things for New Year, and this is kind of about that kind of thing. It's called New Year's Reality Check by Joanna Fuchs. Another year, another chance to start our lives anew. This time we'll leap old barriers to have a real breakthrough. We'll take one little step and then we'll take one more. Our unlimited potential we'll totally explore. We'll show off all our talents. Everyone will be inspired. Phew, while I'm writing this, I'm getting very tired. We'll give up all bad habits. We'll read and learn a lot. All our goals will be accomplished. Or maybe not. Oh well, Happy New Year anyway. That was called New Year's Reality Check by Joanna Fuchs. I wonder how you're all doing with your resolutions or intentions, as I have. Have you failed any yet? Have you broken any?
What did you call them? The
intentions.
New Year's intentions.
Yeah, I've been going out. So I've been cleaning things.
Been cleaning things. Outrageous.
I said that I'd go out at least once a week, do something sociable, and I would clean something.
And then clean it up.
What one thing have you cleaned this week, Jeanette?
Oh, this week I've cleaned my bedroom. I've cleaned
that's
the
the whole
surfaces, my dressing table, bedside cabinets, doors, hoovered. I put all my clothes away, make sure they're away in the right places, hung things up. So yeah, that's what I've done. Cleaned my mirror.
Cleaned your mirror? Oh my god!
Yeah, it gets dusty.
Yeah,
I messed it up again this morning though. I was just putting my my moisturizer on, and it was getting a bit tricky to get out of the thing. So I kind of shook it and squeezed it, and then I squeezed it, and suddenly it all came out in one go. Mirror,
Oh,
makeup brushes, glasses,
mirror in the
everything's
bathroom.
covered.
Oh dear, oh
Yeah.
dear, oh dear.
That was in the bedroom. It's just
Give you another thing to clean
everywhere.
up.
Yeah, no, I did it.
Christine says, lovely, Jeanette, as usual.
Oh, thank
Very
you.
nice poem. And Kim, the lovely Kim, says, that was great, Jeanette.
Thank you.
Yes, rather lovely. Now, I am not getting a picture of Marianne. I can see her there. Oh, she's just jumped back on. She's got power.
She's
Got the
listening.
ability. She's checking out. Is she there? She is there. Your screen went black, and I was worried.
Sorry about that. I think I
No,
turned it around by accident.
don't worry. You're here. You're here. So, what's your plans coming up? Probably get your baby fed and happy.
Yeah,
That's
so
the main.
when she comes back from the supermarket, and I've just started her on solids because she's almost 6 months. Well,
Oh.
purees, and that's a big mess. You know,
Fun times.
lots of cleaning up. So yeah, I always have to wear like oatmeal coloured clothes so that I can't see any of the spit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember we used to have muslin squares, and you'd put them over a shoulder.
Yeah, we have those.
Oh, wonderful times. Exciting times, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Watching
is.
your daughter grow.
Yeah, she's
Oh.
very.
Do you know what? It's my favourite thing in all my years. The best thing I ever did is have my little girl, and it's just the best thing. She's 22 now, and I went to stay with her in London last weekend, and she took me out for birthday treats. And having a 22-year-old, when I still think of her as 5 months old, sometimes it's just every stage just gets better and better and better, and it's also new. Every age is fantastic and magical. So I'm a big advocate for motherhood.
Oh, I really enjoyed seeing things through her eyes, because you know how children and babies, they just have such an innocent look on life, and everything's like filled with awe and wonder. You know, even the simplest things, and that's been really nice to see.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm echo Jeanette. I think it's the purpose why I'm here on earth, is to sort of like be a father. I think that's the biggest role I'll ever have, whatever else I do, and it's the most important one. So I wish you Godspeed with it, and good luck and happiness for all of you, all three. It's 3 of you now, isn't it?
3 of us, me, Chris, and Millie. Yeah.
I wish you all well. What we could do actually is we won't ask you what the song's about. We can just get off the screen for your next piece, and you can tell everybody about. How about that? You can tell everyone.
Yeah, of course.
Or we could guess at the end.
And we can guess at the end what it was.
Well, okay, so this song, I chose it, it's quite famous, and it's quite an old one, but I sing it a lot to Millie because the words remind me of her, and I think it's very joyful. Beautiful words, even though you won't be getting the words. Hopefully you'll know what the words are.
All right, we'll get out your way, ladies and gentlemen, once again, for the last time this afternoon, Mary Ann Gayford.
Well, I'll let you guess what it was, but
Annie's song.
Annie's song, yeah.
Yeah, and one of my sister's favourite song. Her name's Annie, and she really likes that one. Let's see what people are saying. Christine says, beautiful, Marianne. Jean says, beautiful song choices, Marianne, with lots of applause and even a heart-shaped thingy-majiggy.
Oh,
Love those thingy-majiggies. Kim says, beautifully played. Love that song, Marianne. And Keith says, wonderful. That was very nice indeed, Marianne. It's a pleasure having you on the show. We'll get you back again. And maybe in the future, when things have sort of like settled down with Millie and you're back out there, do let us know, and we'll get you down to an in-person event as well.
Oh, I'd love that. It's always really lovely to play for you guys.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, for people that ask,
Millie.
So
We'll
that-
look after her.
Oh, yeah.
Don't give it to Jeanette. You never get her back.
No word. Other people's babies are lovely, but you can give them back.
yeah, that's the joy of it.
Oh, yeah, I'll bring her.
For people wondering, we are back in person at Shrub End Social Centre on the 14th, Monday the 14th of February at 2 p.m. and at Greenstead Community Centre on Monday the 28th of February, again at 2 p.m. If you want to come along, do join us then. If for people that have been asking, I'll be sending out the dates. It's been a busy time setting up the whole year, so excuse me, but we will be sending out the dates to you in the post. If we have your address and you're local and you want us to, you want to know about the dates for the in-person, do send us your email address, or sorry, your postal address if you want us to send it to you. Marianne, thanks so much for being on the show today.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's been really lovely.
We wish you much happiness and joy with your family, and we hope to see you again real soon.
Thank you. Yeah, me too.
Okay. Bye for now, Marianne. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. The lovely Marianne Gayford there, ladies and gentlemen. And it was wonderful, Keith. It's well chilled me out, good and proper. I was thinking we were really, really super chatty today, but maybe Marianne's just chilled us out a bit because we're so okay. We're not like running over time. We're all right today. So that's really good. We're quite on time, which makes a nice change for everybody. We've got nothing else to add, have we, Tom or Jeanette?
Nope, I don't think so.
No. Only to wish you a good week wherever you are, whatever you're doing. May you be happy, and may there be much joy in your lives. And we're back here on Friday next week at 1 p.m. and then we'll see how we go from there. We'll have another live guest performing for you. There will be that man Tom with the he's in and out of focus. In and out of focus he is. And we have the lovely Jeanette. And we wish you a lovely week.
Have a lovely week, everyone.
Yeah.
See you next Friday.
Absolutely. Let me get the outro credits. I forgot all about them. Have a great week. We will see you next week, everybody. All the best from all of us. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye. Bye, bye. Bye, bye.
We've all got a tale to tell. Times were not always so. But putting it all aside, we made it through by and by. It's warm and toasty in here. Share our laughter, sometimes tears. You'll be welcome with a cup of tea and a biscuit, maybe 2 or 3. Wrapped in a little white cloth, cooking for hours in the old iron pot. There's a jam roly-poly for tea, enough for you and Dad and Grandma and me. What did we like the most? Fish paste sandwich or peas on toast? Nothing could come close to bubble and squeak the day after our son